Former RHOBH star hopes to reconnect with PK Kemsley. Lisa Vanderpump said she'd like to talk to PK Kemsley years after their friendship became fractured. In April 2025, the former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star spoke out on Bravo's Hot Mic podcast and was asked about her friendship with the estranged husband of Dorit Kemsley. Vanderpump revealed she has not been in touch with the British businessman since her exit from RHOBH in 2019. "There will always be room in my heart for PK. He was my friend," Vanderpump told host Alex Baskin. "Not a great friend, not a very close friend, but we were in the same circle in Europe. So yeah, I would definitely like to have a conversation with him. I think he's a great guy. So yeah, I would enjoy reconnecting with him at some point." In May 2024, the Kemsleys announced they had separated after 9 years of marriage. Nearly 1 year later, no love is lost between Vanderpump and PK's ex. Vanderpump told Baskin that she had not kept in touch with Dorit and only knew her more because of PK. Vanderpump has been on the outs with Dorit ever since the infamous RHOBH Puppygate scandal occurred 5 years ago. The SUR owner cut ties with Dorit after she accused her of leaking tabloid stories about the return of the Kemsleys' dog to a shelter. After Vanderpump swore on her children's lives that she had nothing to do with leaking the negative story, only PK came to her defense. "I thought, wow, that's him as a husband standing up to his wife in my defense," Vanderpump told Baskin, "and I thought that meant a lot to me." According to People, in one RHOBH episode, Vanderpump's husband Ken Todd told Dorit, "You're no friend of mine," then added, "PK, I'd like to stay friends with you, but after that, no way." Vanderpump was a guest on an episode of Watch What Happens Live, shortly after the Kemsleys announced their split. At the time, a fan asked her about her reaction to the news, or if she'd been in touch with either of them. "I wasn't surprised," she said. "I haven't watched the show, contrary to what many of the cast members say. But I do have a mutual friend, and well, I have a few mutual friends actually with PK, and I kind of heard from the hotel that he was staying in for many months that they've been separated for quite a long time, on and off, backwards and forwards. So no, it didn't surprise me, but as always, whatever my feelings are, I think it's sad when they've got children involved, and I hope they work it out, I really do," she added. Nearly a year later, Vanderpump said on Hot Mic that she knew that for a long time PK was living in a hotel, but knew no other details about the Kemsleys' separation. Beverly Hills is buzzing again, and it has nothing to do with diamonds, drama, or designer handbags, or maybe it has everything to do with all three. A former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is back on the scene, making waves and stirring up speculation as she drops hints about wanting to reconnect with none other than PK Kemsley, husband of Dorit Kemsley and perpetual lightning rod for controversy. The former housewife in question, Carlton Gebbia, yes, that Carlton, the Gothic glam, witchcraft practicing, no-nonsense enchantress who once cast spells with stilettos and sparred with Kyle Richards like it was an Olympic sport. While she only graced RHOBH for one unforgettable season, Carlton left an impression that still lingers like Palo Santo smoke in a meditation room. Now, nearly a decade later, Carlton is reportedly eyeing a surprising comeback, not to the show necessarily, but to the life she once brushed shoulders with, and at the center of it all, Paul PK Kemsley. According to a source close to the situation, aka someone with excellent taste in wine and an even better ear for brunch gossip, Carlton has reached out to PK, not for romance, but for reconnection. Whatever that means in Beverly Hills. Carlton believes PK was always misunderstood, the insider reveals. They weren't close when she was on the show, but she always felt he had a sharp mind for business and entertainment. Now, she's hoping to re-establish a connection, maybe even collaborate on something creative. Of course, this isn't just about brainstorming a new luxury vodka line or co-hosting a podcast called The Witch and the Brit. Carlton's interest comes at a curious time. PK and Dorit's marriage has been the subject of ongoing tabloid speculation, with whispers of tension, separation, and even living apart. While they've repeatedly shut down the rumors, a source recently told Radar Beverly Hills that Dorit is feeling emotionally drained and PK's distractions are piling up. Enter Carlton. She's not trying to get in the middle of anything, the source insists. But she believes in fate, karma, and divine timing. She says if something is meant to be rekindled, whether friendship or creative synergy, it will happen naturally. Naturally, in Beverly Hills, that might be the most shocking twist of all. For fans with long memories, Carlton's potential interest in PK seems out of left field. On the surface, they couldn't be more different. She, a brooding, mystical presence with a penchant for pentagrams and peacocks. He, a brash, football-loving manager with ties to Boy George and a talent for stirring up late-night arguments with Dorit. But behind the scenes, it's said that Carlton always admired PK's hustle and industry savvy, especially when he helped steer Dorit's fashion brand and appeared regularly in high-profile entertainment circles. And PK, for all his bravado, reportedly saw Carlton as refreshingly unfiltered and smart as hell. So is this just a creative reunion, or could there be something more stirring beneath the Hollywood moonlight? According to another source, this one a former crew member who worked on Reconnect Season 4, there was always a subtle vibe between Carlton and PK. There was never anything inappropriate, the crew member clarifies, but they had some interesting conversations off camera. Carlton didn't suffer fools and PK could be a bit of a provocateur. She liked that. There was chemistry, not necessarily romantic, but definitely charged. That energy might explain why Carlton is choosing now to reach out, with rumors of Dorit and PK taking time apart, and Dorit recently appearing at multiple events without her wedding ring. The timing seems oddly specific, and the whispers have only intensified since Carlton was spotted dining at the Ivy last week, reportedly deep in conversation with a British gentleman in a hat. Spoiler alert, it wasn't Boy George. Social media, of course, is doing what it does best, spiraling. One fan tweeted, "If PK ditches Dorit for Carlton, I am canceling my Bravo subscription and moving to a cave." Another chimed in, "This is the most 2014 thing to ever happen in 2025. Even Lisa Vanderpump, always quick with a jab, commented on the rumors when asked by Paige Lux during a recent event in West Hollywood. Carlton and PK. Stranger things have happened, like me being friends with Kyle again. Oh wait, that's still a fantasy. But not everyone's laughing. Dorit, who's remained mostly silent amid the headlines, posted a cryptic Instagram story last weekend that read, "Not everyone who wants to reconnect deserves access to your piece." Fans immediately assumed it was directed at either PK or Carlton, or both. Carlton, however, is playing it cool. In a rare public comment to the Spellbound Weekly, she said only, "I've always believed in second chances and meaningful connections. The rest is between me and the universe." Classic Carlton, cryptic, confident, and unapologetically herself. Whether this reconnection is professional, personal, or just a headline-making illusion remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the ghosts of RHOBH past never stay buried for long, and if Carlton is truly casting her energy back toward Beverly Hills, no one is safe from the ripple effects. As one fan on Reddit aptly put it, Dorit better sage the house. Carlton's back, and this time she's got PK on speed dial. Could this be the beginning of a spellbinding new chapter, or just another fleeting flirtation with fame? Either way, we'll be watching, with wine in hand and crystals charged. Would you like a mock tabloid cover image to go with this story?